I'm out here on this beautiful, gorgeous, hot, oh, it's hot out here. Beautiful day though. It is beautiful, but it's still hot here in South Mississippi. And I'm out here at the Gulf of America, and I just wanted to jump on real quick. I wrote an article today about, is it okay to be a patriot and be a Christian? I get asked that a lot. You know, you have a lot of churches, they won't sing the national anthem, they won't have the American flag. And the pastor preaches against showing patriotism. I know there's a lot of pastors like that. And all I'm going to say is this, that every pastor, every church has their own independent right to do whatever it is that they see fit as a church. I'm not here to get onto those churches or to say that those churches should not be doing that. That's why I'm an independent Baptist. And as an independent Baptist church, you know, we do what we want to do as a church body. I do not believe that it is a sin to show patriotism. I don't believe it at all. I don't believe it is a sin to have the American flag. I don't believe it's a sin to sing the national anthem. I don't believe it's a sin to vote. I don't believe it's a sin for a Christian to be engaged in the political arena. Matter of fact, I think we are too, and I think we should. I wrote an article that clearly, and I'll put the link in the comments. I wrote an article. It's clear about where I stand on this issue. I wish more Christians would engage in the political arena. I believe the one reason why our country's in the shape that it's in, yes, we can make the argument that it is because of the shape of the church. And I would agree with that, but I would also take it a step further and say it is also because of the shape of the nation. I can also make this argument that, one, that the reason why the church is in the shape it's in is because of the shape of the family. That doesn't mean that I just run from the family. All because the nation might be in the shape that it is in because of the church doesn't mean that I run from the church. I believe that you are to be in church. I believe that you are to be involved in your church. But I also believe that you and I, as Christians, are to be engaged in the political arena. We should know what is happening. The reason why Roe was overturned was because there was Christians involved in outlawing abortion. If you see any kind of good Christian policy, anything like that happens or gets passed, it is because Christians were involved. You and I, as a Christian, I believe that it is our duty, I believe that it is our obligation to be involved in this political arena. I love singing the national anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag. I do all of those things, but I still have Christ as number one. I still have my church where it is, and I still have my family where it is. I want you to go read that article. I believe that it will help understanding whether or not a Christian should be or should not be a patriot in the sense of loving our country and being engaged and being involved in the political arena. May God bless you, and may God continue to bless the great United States of America.